Hello guys, once again welcome to Semenshia Farm, and as usual my name is Fred. I told you guys I'm coming to Uganda and I'm coming to meet some of the experienced, educated and well-established farmers in Uganda, and I'm here guys, and as you can see, wow, I'm here with a panel of, this is like, I feel like I'm living my dream, right? So oh my God, this is too much. I'm here with, I want you guys to go to the comment and write, who do you think this lady and this gentleman are, right there in the comment. But I'm here with Tina and Griffin, and today I'm going to learn so much, and I want to take you guys with me on this journey. Today is day one in Uganda, and I'm super excited to talk to Tina and to talk to Griffin. Guys, thank you for hosting Farming in Africa in Uganda.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I hope the intro wasn't very long. Guys, if you don't know Tina and Griffin, and today is your first time watching any video from Farming in Africa, Semenshia Farm, go to YouTube and type in Value Farm. They have some of the amazing videos on pig farming, on goat farming, and they are doing some serious business, guys. And that's why I flew all the way here to spend some time with them. You don't want to miss out on their previous videos. Go there and subscribe and watch some of their videos as well, because today we are going to go into details about what they're doing.
Wow, thank you.
Guys, I am excited to be here. I have been watching you from my screen for years.
That's great. Thank you.
You know, through COVID, through the busiest time, learning from you guys. You guys have been inspiring myself, and I know my fans out there as well. So tell us a little bit about Value Farm. What is Value Farm?
First of all, you're most welcome to Uganda.
Welcome
I hope you're really enjoying so far for the little time you've spent in the country. Hope you really enjoyed whatever the small things that you've seen, but it's a beautiful country. We are so glad to have you here, to host you in Uganda, and of course to show you around and see whatever is different here in regards to farming, to go and visit our farm. I'm really super excited to have you here. Of course, Value Farm is a mixed farm. We have so many things that we are doing. We are doing the goat farming, pig farming, poultry, rabbitry as well. Then of course gardening as well, because we need to feed the animals. But it's just a farm that just started last year. We just made 1 year in farming, and we are really excited to share our journey in farming and how we are doing everything in regards to farming, and also sharing with other people.
Did you guys say you're just 1 year?
Yes.
1 year into the project.
I mean, if you've been on their YouTube, right, then you know they're lying, right? This can be 1 year. You guys have grown so much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been 1 year, Fred. Let me tell you, again, thank you. Welcome to Uganda, and thank you for actually coming here to spend some time with us. Of course, we always urge you guys when it comes to farming, you should never stop learning, right? We learn from each other, and of course we learn from you guys out there, because at times we might have a theory based on research, but some of our viewers may actually have a different point of view of approaching what we're doing, and also we can take that to augment what we do here. But no, Value Farm has only been around for 1 year. It was a dream of mine ever since I was back in the US. And it's coming true, and it's actually progressing rapidly. And we always preach to all of our viewers out there, you should start small but think big. So we've done that, and we've actually been able to scale, and so far it's working out famously.
That's amazing, guys. If anyone had told me that you guys have been in existence for just 1 year, I wouldn't have believed it. But I am super impressed. I can't wait to visit the farm and see all the amazing things that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And I'm sure a lot of the people that watches us also watches you guys, and we are all gonna go together and see their work. So my next question is, what does Value Farm represent? What is the goal here?
The goal for Value Farm as an organization, so even before I came here, my ultimate dream with my partner Tina, the dream for me was to actually bring farming. I wanted to actually bring a corporate structure to farming, where we have the soil here in Uganda, we have the rain, and we have talent, but that talent needed to be forged. It needed to be properly managed. It needed to be, I would say, fostered to a point where it goes from being a hobby for a good number of farmers And from being a micro farming approach to being a real corporate farm with a family element attached to it.
All right.
Because we wanted to be the company that can not just grow as an organization, but wanted to grow the whole region.
Sure.
That's why Value Farm came to existence,
Wow.
because making money is important in every business.
Yeah.
But the true measure of a team is what you do to a community.
Yeah.
Are we gonna leave it better than we found it?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to bring here.
Man.
And I found the perfect partner on the ground to do that.
That's so amazing, man. You're giving me goosebumps already. You know, I think
It's the truth.
the community aspect
Yeah.
is great,
Yeah.
and I just love how this generation is thinking about agriculture.
Absolutely.
Right. So it's amazing. Tina, do you have anything to add to that?
He has said it all. That is the major
Yeah.
goal. Improving lives, making, like, educating and sharing our journey
Yeah.
for people to really learn from as well.
Great, good. I love that. And I see you said something about finding the amazing partner. And I think, you know, people that are watching, and most of our viewers are living outside the continent and they want to do farming. So you guys really bring a two-dimensional motivation and inspiration to our viewers. And therefore, I would like you to talk a little bit about that journey. And then Tina, you can also talk a little bit about the Ugandan side and how you guys are collaborating together.
You wanna start?
No, you start.
So guys, I know for me, being a foreigner, I'm just so grateful for the reception that I've received in Uganda so far. But it was a bit tricky for me to get to this point because, you know, there are certain rules and regulations that are in place when you're considering purchasing land or even starting a corporation. If you want it to be a foreign corporation, then you have to do the standard registration where they treat you as a foreign company.
Yeah.
So your tax structures are different. Everything else that you do here is different.
Yeah.
But for me, I wanted to be fully immersed within the Ugandan culture. I didn't want my company to be viewed as a foreign entity.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep the actual local element to it.
Yeah.
And there are advantages that come with that, like
Yeah.
being able to actually purchase land through the company
Yeah.
to legally, because I never wanted to do leasing.
Yeah.
That was like the number one obstacle.
I agree.
Because, you know, if you're gonna purchase land, you know, especially if you're gonna improve the land, you want that legacy to remain.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do all the work for somebody else to just take everything after my lease terms were over.
Yeah.
So that was only feasible by meeting Tina.
Yeah.
Now, there were some bumps along the road because prior to Tina, I interviewed several other potential partners,
Yeah.
even some in Ghana.
Yeah.
But the
You didn't meet me.
Not yet. I know. I wish I had known you before.
Oh,
Imagine
nice.
how far we would have been.
I would have been in Tina's place.
I know. But I think the combination still could work, right? But no, it was really, really tricky, man. But the reason this is actually, I'm glad we're actually sharing this information. There are many of you out there who actually are dreaming about this, just like I was dreaming about it back in the US, just
Yeah.
like you were dreaming about it
Yeah.
in your journey of getting back to the continent. You know, I wasn't quite sure how to get there.
Yeah.
And so when I met Tina, and I actually reached out to several people,
Yeah.
not just in Uganda, but all over the place. But Tina was actually gracious enough to get back to me. We exchanged messages, and we realized like my dream and my goal actually aligned perfectly with what she wanted to do. We both have a corporate background,
Yeah.
me in finance,
Yeah.
her in telecommunication, right? And so we figured we would bring our skills together and our passion together
Yeah.
to actually impact the continent the way that only we can,
Yeah.
right? Which is just by being present and by making a full commitment. So that's what we've done so far.
Amazing. Tina,
Yeah.
tell me about the African vibe, man. How did this all work out?
Wow, you know, it is a big challenge, and you know, farming here, especially in Uganda, I can talk on behalf of Uganda,
Yeah.
it is despised. Most people really don't take it serious. So of course, having someone who had the mindset of changing the whole farming idea, making it modern and making it even better, was something that was really wow to me, because I felt like, okay, this is going to work. At first, of course, I didn't have the experience, I didn't have the exposure to farming as well, but because of the farming, like the farm tours that we've gone to, the research, the things he has introduced to me,
Yeah.
like even the videos he has shared to me
Yeah.
to learn from,
Yeah.
that has really opened up my mind.
Yeah.
My mindset has changed,
Yeah.
and I feel, of course, what we are doing currently at Value Farm is all about experimenting everything that we are doing at the moment, and also sharing with everyone to improve. Yes.
I'd like to actually add something to that too, Fred.
Go ahead.
Now, I know, well, I can speak from, I'm a nerd. All our fans know that about me. I research extensively.
Yeah.
But the beauty with what we do, with what we record on YouTube, we share everything.
Yeah.
Sure.
The good, the challenges, obstacles that we face, because there are several other aspiring farmers out there that are standing on the sideline that are not quite sure if they want to get in the fray. And in reality, when they get to see people like you, like us, sharing what we've learned, what you've gone through, you face some real challenges, but then they see that we're still forging ahead. The most amazing experience is when we get those emails, the WhatsApp messages, the phone calls from people who have actually made the commitment. They've made the shift from being in a cubicle to coming back to the motherland, particularly, I mean, not just in Uganda, but Malawi, South Africa. We have people from all across the continent
Ghana,
who's actually
Nigeria.
been recommitted to getting back to doing the good Lord's work in terms of farming. So it's been a wonderful journey. And we share everything with our fans.
Good. So tell me how the YouTube came with the farming, because what we are doing, what this generation is doing, guys, it's not normal.
It's very different. The interesting thing with YouTube, for people who actually watch these videos, they know I'm not the front of the camera person. I'm the CEO. I like to be behind the scene, strategizing on how to move the company forward. But the reason we wanted to actually chronicle this is because, let's face it, right, nowadays folks' attention spans are very, very short. But then you can have a great idea, or you can have a breakthrough. It's one of those adage, right? If a tree fall in the forest and if there was nobody there to hear, did it really make a sound? Well, when it comes to farming, we wanted to show people, you can definitely start farming with whatever budget that suits you. How you scale is up to you. If you plan accordingly, and if you actually have the dedication to the craft, because farming is not one of those things where you put a seed in the ground today and you're harvesting tomorrow. It takes time, it takes care, and it takes patience, and you're gonna face obstacles. But we wanted to show people how you can go from very humble beginnings, because in the beginning we started with just like 3 goats and we started with 1 pig, and then to show how within like 6 months how we've scaled, even now to a year into the project. People used to make fun of us like crazy, because in the beginning our philosophy was, first you get your infrastructure in place, and then we used to read the comments, oh my God, the animals are so few.
Why are you
why are you spending so much money doing this? But then our philosophy, it was always going to be much easier when you have biology, on your side, right? When you literally have the stock, and now it just becomes a waiting game, versus having the animals and nowhere to house them, nowhere to feed them, because we didn't want to graze off of our property. So we had to fence, we had to protect the flock. So, but we wanted to share it with everybody, because when they see it, because I know there might just be one child or one person graduating university, or that middle-aged man or woman who's been at that job that they hate so passionately, but don't really have a blueprint to get out. This would actually give them that actual path to freedom. And farming, there's no greater freedom than being able to feed your family, grow your own food. Sustainable farming is definitely one of the things that we wanted to preach to people. Even as a commercial farmer, you can get to that point.
That is so true.
Yeah, you've touched on so many things that I could, start digging into all of them. Like, this is intense, and I hope you guys are grasping this. You are definitely an inspiration to many people.
So many people.
Right? And Tina, the trust and that you guys have come together. A lot of people out there wants to be here, but they're like, do I find a trusted partner? How did you make that decision? Because I know some people are thinking about it.
I'll be honest with you, I'm sorry but I have to tell people, I always give Tina all the credit, well, 99.9% of the credit, because for me, as I told you, I was on my way to Ghana. I had spoken to someone there, contracts were signed. I thought I had found my Tina and a
In
male
Uganda.
version in
Yeah, in
Ghana.
Ghana.
And so God's put you where you belong.
Yeah.
So at the last moment, you know, the paradigm shift, it was one of those things where I was meant to come to Uganda. And so, but I want to share this with you guys. Tina had the faith in me to actually walk away from her corporate career. So that was a responsibility as a partnership I took very seriously.
Yeah.
Because when you have somebody that trusts in a business model so much to walk away from a guaranteed salary
Yeah.
for the chance of actually building a business from the ground up, that's not a decision you make lightly. And me being on the other side as a partner, you know, when she came to that conclusion, like we both trusted the fact that I was gonna have her back and she was gonna have my back.
Yeah.
And the speed that the company has developed, it would not have been feasible or possible because I was still in the US while Tina was on the ground. So she was there before day zero.
Yeah.
You know, like VF exists. You know, in fact, we actually shown clips of this where she was in the bush, where like, bro, we had to use cell phones to communicate in the bush. Because walking through, entering the farm. In fact, we joked about this a few weeks ago. We had to park the car sometimes like a half a mile away
to get to the farm.
trek to the farm in the bush.
In the bush,
You
in the middle of
know,
nowhere.
but she trusted me, we've trusted each other, and the work that is able to be accomplished, because even while I was in the US, I went back for like a month and a half, almost 2 months, and the pig structure you're gonna see, I left it at the foundational level. When I came back, it was already at the point where we were framing for roofing. And it was done by her. It was also done with Mr. Charles being on the ground and all the people who supported us. But I had to trust this person to be able to wire large sums of money from America. And we always tell people the horror stories that don't send money to your brother or your mother. But I was able to send money to her, and every single penny was accounted for. And when you have that level of trust, and true commitment to the project, it made it very simple on my end.
Tina.
I think it's all about trust because when, of course, I met Grafton, when we started chatting and exchanging messages, I felt, of course, his vision was really evident, and I was like, okay, I'm in this corporate company, why can't I get out of this slavery? I shouldn't say slavery, I don't know, but it was really so oppressing. So I had to really get out of that. Of course, I had a mindset of doing something of my own, at least business. So when, of course, I started chatting with Grafton, I thought, why not give a chance? And of course, he was a very committed person. He would keep his word. That is the thing. Whenever he says something, it has to happen. So why not trust a person who I had to dive in all, like I have to commit. This is business and this is our business, this is our baby. So why can't I really do everything possible to make it happen? And of course, this is going to also create employment opportunities for other people as well. So I wanted to help the community as well. That is what I had in mind before. So starting a farm was something that just came, I think, by God's grace.
You guys have an inspiring story, and I know most of you that are watching us are looking for your Tinas, are looking for your Griftons, you know, to be able to do something. And I think, you know, as you can see, put your faith in the Lord, and your Grifton is somewhere, you know. But loyalty, trust, guys. Let's build that trust, and I think we will be able to succeed. Because what you two have together are doing is imparting life. You can talk about the millions of people watching us right now and the communities that you're working in. This interview could go on and on, but I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm going to ask you my last question, which is, what will be your advice to people in the diaspora who wants to come and start farm any projects in Africa?
Oh man, great question.
That one always.
Let me tell you something. For those of you who actually have been following our content, you know how I feel about this, because I always tell you guys I'm a reformed banker. I spent 15 years in the financial sector, high corporate finance. But I can tell you right now, if I knew then what I know now, I would have left banking 10 years ago to be here. Because for those of you who are out there that are considering making the shift, the water is fine. You know, you just have to make sure that you have a plan. You can't jump in blind. You can't jump in head first. You have to make sure that you have a plan to enter the market. and of course have a pre-planned exit strategy, right? You know, how you want to infiltrate, which sector you want to go into. Just because we're doing livestock don't mean you have to do livestock, right? So it depends on where you want to go, which sector you want to get in, whether or not you do a profitability study to make sure that the numbers make sense for you and your family. But I would tell those of you that are in America, that are around the globe, in the diaspora as a whole, you should definitely get involved in farming because of the state of our world right now. The price of food is skyrocketing. There's so many uncertainties. You want to be able to know that, hey, no matter what happened with the economy, that tomorrow you can feed your family, right?
True.
And of course, any measure of a business person or businesswoman in general is to make sure that both you can feed yourself and you can also make enough money to sustain your family and your lifestyle. So if you have your portfolio, and you know, whether it's in mutual funds or you're in the bond market, and you literally have your money sitting in CDs earning 0.0025%,
Exactly.
you need to rethink that strategy. Now, you might not be a farmer yourself, but then you have the capital, and we always urge people to partner with experienced farmers because there's a lot that can be done in the value addition field.
Sure.
Whether you want to get involved in manufacturing, processing, there's a lot that could be done, import, export. So, you know, the field is very, very wide. You know, so we don't want you to limit yourself. We urge you to do your research, continue to watch videos like this.
True.
Follow people that you find credible. Also do your own research, and let's get going.
Awesome, man.
Wow.
Tina.
Piece of advice for people out there. Of course, there's a lot of untapped potential back in the continent.
So true.
So you need to come here, bring all your skills back home. People, we need you here. We need to work for our continent as well. You went abroad, you have your skills, you've gone for studies, you have experiences. Bring that experience back home because there's a lot that we can change about our continent. That's what I should really say because we have the resources here.
So true.
Thank you very much, man. What Tina is talking about, like, I'm on board with you. You know, you guys left and you took something that belongs to this land with you. And we are asking you to bring that back. All the experience, all the exposure that you guys have, we're inviting you, come partner with people like Tina, you know, people like us, and let's change the content. Nobody's gonna come do it for us, but ourselves, right? Thank you guys so much for staying tuned and watching this video. We are so happy you did, and I'm still in Uganda, and I'm gonna visit their farm tomorrow, and we have so many content packed and ready for you guys. So stay tuned, and thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.